What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Rain Knight Gaming. I'm Rain Knight, and it's time for a little bit of 10-minute testing. What's 10-minute testing? Well, it's where I find really cool decks that I think are really awesome, and I think you guys might like as well. Want to learn more about them and maybe show you guys something that you may want to try out in person as well. Today, we are getting into the 8th place, or at least top 8, deck from the Nationals, and that is the CB deck, or Dynames Rush, however you want to say it. This is the first time we've been seeing this from the structure deck, so it's kind of exciting to see something new. This one is very similar build as like a one-year war, but you do get to see some new cards, and I'm excited to try them out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know if you like this kind of stuff. And don't forget, you could be a channel member for just 99 cents. Ding, 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 up there. Oh, and if you guys see like little products coming around here, that is YouTube letting us put advertisements in there that are more like products. You guys might like them, so I put them in there. If you guys click on there and order them from that link, I'll get a little bit of a kickback. So, I'm going to try putting like card packs, maybe some cool stuff off Etsy, kind of cool stuff like that. Let me know if you guys see something you think I should take a look at and maybe advertise down there. I'd be happy to take a look for you. Okay, let's jump into this and see what we're working with. Then we'll go over some games that we had and see how the deck plays. So looking at this thing, yeah, the top part is all one-year war. And so is, our Amuro and Grandpa. It's just one of those things where being super low to the ground is going to let you be in that aggro, is going to let you finish those games before any of those high-end decks can really take advantage. This was able to keep up at least fairly well with all of the purple-blue stuff, and mostly probably because it plays a little closer to the ground than your Burple, and because of the breach. You can get a little bit more value from some of your cards. So pretty much, you're playing a bunch of 2/1 drops. You're playing 11, I think, yeah. And then you go into your 3s, a bunch of nice power 3s, a little bit of breach, then your 4s have your pop damage, and your Grandpa, obviously, Amuro and Grandpa are amazing. I would like to see the percentages of decks that played Grandpa and Amuro that were in the tournament. I bet that is really high. But then we get into the cards that we actually care about here. We're getting into the Dynames stuff. This one is a 4-3-2-4, so a little bit lower on the attack, but it fixes that in its effects. So during your turn, when this unit destroys an enemy unit with battle damage, this unit recovers 2 HP, which is really good for these aggro decks going against other aggro decks. This thing can trade with 2/1/2/2s and not lose any health. It's pretty cool. Also, for its link, during link, this thing gets plus 2 AP, so you're going to get that little buff to your AP. It's pretty cool. Then probably one of my favorite arts from these, this is really awesome, just looks like it has a giant 50 cal kind of deal. Another Gundam Dynames. And this is a simple Breach 3, and it links very similar to like your Wu Fei and your Shenlong stuff. So I'm actually thinking there may be some synergy there. I'm going to have to take a look at that in my aggro Breach deck. This card may be in there, who knows. It is a 5-3-4-4, so pretty good stats. Not too heavy for a level 5. And when you're actually going to link him up, skip right to lock on here, or kneel. This guy's pretty cool because he lets you tax standing units that are your level or lower. So he's a 4/1, so obviously pilots are cheap. He's a 1/2, so a little less AP, but that is going to help him survive some of those trades. So maybe he can breach twice, maybe he can breach 1, survive, then they have to trade back with you, so you get advantage off that. Okay, that is all the new stuff, and I think you guys might be interested in some of the games. Okay, jumping right into the games. This is a deck that definitely wants to go first, just because most aggro decks that are super low to the ground are going to want to go first. As you can see, I get a really good start. This whole opening was pretty ideal exactly curve-wise, because, level 2, able to get 2 big units out, well, 2 little big units. He did pop a base out there, so that slowed me down a little bit. And then I was able to use all 3 of my resources again to get Rezeal and another gem out. So that's kind of what you want to do. You want to stay on curve as much as possible. And right here, it's like, again, I'm just trying to curve out. I don't actually use all of my resources there because I didn't want to waste my Anksha just to get the stats out there. I wanted to save that ping effect because I figured it might come up later on. So you're not always wanting to go for the perfect curve, but as much as you can use all your resources that you get, all the better. So yeah, this game is already over, I think. Yeah, this one is super fast. This is what this deck does. It just is oppressive and ends games super, super fast. That's just one of those things that kind of happens. On this one, I think I chose to go second, just to kind of see how the deck played going second. And this is going against a blue-white blocker build. I believe this is a big O build. So what that deck is going to do is, give them tons of recovery, tons of resting, and it can be kind of a nightmare for these fast decks. So what you want to do is get out there as quickly as possible. And that's what I was trying to do. But I do come up just a little short. He was able to stabilize. And the problem with these kind of decks, you get card starved. I didn't see any of my draw cards, and I just was slowly whittled down. He, staunched the bleeding as much as possible. One thing to note, if you're playing against an aggro deck like this, if you can slow them down just a little bit, you're going to maybe cap them out right at the end. You can see right here, I'm pushing as hard as I can, not trying to do any bad trades. Like I'm leaving my grandpa up, because a standing grandpa is a lot harder to kill than a laying down grandpa. And in the next turn, I wanted to be able to actually use him, but it got to the point where I had to use him, otherwise I was just going to lose the next turn. But right here is where it starts to slip away. We are able to do a little bit. I pull a little bit of a move here. I think it was the okay move, where I would put out Grandpa and just put Neil on the Grandpa so we could get our breach unit to actually breach, because we would get the +1 to his AP. I don't know if it was the right move. I think it was. But at this point, we were getting slowed down, and I just needed to get rid of shields, because we still had a good, where we were sitting. But as you can see, he has a buttload of cards, and he is able to just get me under control. And I didn't pull off any more big link plays or anything like that. And because I don't have any big draw cards, I obviously got starved out. Like right here, if I could get a shot at the base, I would be golden. But he was just able to slow me down. And that, again, aggro decks. You starve them out, you wait them out. That's how you beat them. But fun game. It was super close. It's one of those ones where it was very tit for tat, and he just barely took me out. So that's going to be it for this game. We'll go into one more game just to see if we can end on a win. Let me know what you guys think of this deck. Am I playing it okay? How would you play it a little different? What changes to this deck would you want to see? So going into this game, again, pretty decent start. Ended up going in second, which was not the right thing to do, but I chose it because I'm so used to playing my Purple Rain deck, which is a long game deck, so I'm used to choosing to go in there. So, mistake. But we have a pretty okay start here. We're able to curve out when we get to level 5 and start whittling him down a little bit. This deck seems to be a lot of pop damage. He didn't get out a lot of units. And because he didn't get a lot of units, I took advantage. Because you really have to try to control this deck and slow it down. Yeah, the pop damage was doing pretty good, but trading 1 for 1 is not how you're going to beat these aggro decks. You have to use like this card. You have to use your cards that are going to let you trade multiple cards for your 1 card. And that's how you're going to take advantage of these aggro decks. But here I'm just able to, put more stuff out on the board. He's able to try and get me, but he's wasting a lot of resources. So one thing I don't really like about the Unicorn package, everything's so heavy, it's hard to kind of like keep up with these low-end decks. out unit you. And right here, I mean, I've got 5 units on the board, and he is able to get a ton of them down, but he knew he wasn't going to be able to stop it. Really fun deck, really good to play. I haven't played a hyper aggro deck like that in a little while, so it's kind of fun. I think I may try to put some of these into my other aggro builds and see how good they are. Let me know if you guys like these Dynames thing. Let me know if you play it, if you play it at locals. Is it good? Do you like it? That kind of stuff. How much do you hate playing against Burple already? But you guys know what I always say. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. And I'll see you in the next one. See ya.